Here we see Novak Djokovic growing up, learning the game. And here's the story of how he needed help. And he found the Nelson Quantum Biofeedback system to turn around his career and become the greatest of all time.
You know, I've experienced prior to 2010 Australian Open many struggles on the court, respiratory problems, inability to cope with the heat, endurance issues. Even though I was training hard, I was feeling that I'm losing that kind of fuel in my tank.
No matter what you tried, I believe at the time, whether that's lifting weights, biking for hours, changing coaches, I think you underwent nasal surgery to improve breathing. Fast forward to the 2010 Australian Open, which I think was one of the lowest points of your career at the time.
Feeling weaker, and then all of a sudden the vision, you know, became different. I didn't see the court as wide as it was at the beginning of the match, and you know, I had blurred vision. You know, I couldn't catch breath after each point was finished. And
did you have any physical issues going into this match, or were they things that crept up during the match?
Yeah, just couple of things, but nothing major really. I don't want to talk about that.
Does this match maybe also summarize, you know, the way of coming back, how difficult it is to actually come back on the level you want? There's so many ups and downs.
It is difficult. Many things in life are difficult.
Between fourth and fifth set, I went out to throw up, and felt my stomach was aching. I felt my, you know, energy was so low, and I was just, my nose was blocked, and there was plenty of things going on, and that was not the first time.
You said you weren't going to play grass. You didn't know if you were going to play.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know. I just came from the court. I don't know. Sorry guys, I cannot give you that answer. I don't know. I cannot give you any answer. So.
Something inside was holding Novak back. He could not reach his true potential.
Tell me about a doctor that was watching that tournament on television that changed everything for you.
Yes, his name is Igor Chetojevic, and for some reason, in Australia in particular, I was always struggling very early in my career with respiratory issues, kind of mild version of asthma, and just suffocation during the night for many years, since I was 7 years old. And for some reason, you know, as the time was passing by, all these allergies were gaining more, I guess, intensity in terms of the reaction. I felt that it was just getting stronger and stronger, and the place where I felt it the most was always a tennis court. And that's where, you know, emotions kick in, expectations, pressure, and when you mix it all together, you get formula that is causing you to really experience some major health problems and issues on the court. And because of it, I was retiring matches, and I was. It took me a lot of time to recover. So, Dr. Igor reached out to people that we have some friends in common.
Igor had been working with me for many, many years, working with our quantum biofeedback systems, and taking our courses, learning the material. He was a presenter at many of our congresses where he presented details about using the machine in an acupuncture way. He did several videos for us to help train people.
My name is Dr. Igor Chetojevic. I'm educator on postgraduate study organized by Ski International in collaboration with University of Temeshwar Faculty of Medicine.
He got his license. He got his license in using our technology, using the Skio technology. And he came to me and he said that Novak had contacted him, and what could we do? So I worked with him real hard. We developed a system to try to help Novak. We helped to perfect our system for sports analysis. And then he went back to visit Novak.
So then I met Dr. Igor Chetojevic, and he has actually watched that match in Australian Open earlier that year, and he felt the need to get in touch with me and to help me out. And he received the data that I have a great sensitivity on gluten, no celiac disease, but great sensitivity, intolerance to gluten, to dairy products, and obvious to refined sugar.
Here's a copy of the allergy report from our machine that had shown his allergies and sensitivities. In order to get him to peak performance, we had to deal with this, especially gluten. And we used our device and our technology to help to address Novak's problems.
And you know, when I met him, I did a couple of sessions, and I you know, felt really a big difference. That was the first time that I got introduced to the quantum physics, to the quantum field world, to the biofeedback. He had all this analysis and overview of my emotional body, of my mental body, of my physical body, on all the food allergies and everything that I was experiencing.
Our quantum biofeedback technology is going to measure the body electric. And when we find different aberrations in the body electric, heartbeat, voltage, amperage resistance, your pH pressure, when we find out these little things that are wrong, we can fix them electrically. A type of system where we can scan the body and find out little problems, little electrical energetic aberrations, and with gentle electrical stimulation fix them. And it was using this that we were able to find Novak's sensitivities and to help get him to maximum performance.
And so we started slowly taking off layer by layer and really going deep into things that are related to my health and trying to understand what is the core of it. So, of course, diet was one of the most integral part of the problem, and changing the diet was something that allowed me to get rid of the allergies and everything, particularly gluten and dairy that I removed from my diet, and refined sugar. And so it was a change, but I was very determined because I could feel instantly, right after the first session, second session with him, I could sense that there is an improvement.
I didn't understand that there is this nutrition part that was blocking me in a way because I wasn't eating correctly, even though I thought that I was.
Skio helped Novak to fix his nagging injuries and helped him a lot with his diet. The amazing Skio biofeedback technology also helped Novak with flexibility, with his strength and the mental abilities.
From the culture where we're based a lot on the gluten, which is in the wheat, and we have bakeries in each corner, so I had breads and different bread baskets each day, even eating pizza, and I would have a little bread on the side.
Dr. Igor and the quantum biofeedback technology helped Novak to increase his nutrition and lifestyle and to get to the maximum performance.
And also a lot of meat and sugar, you know, refined sugar. I didn't know that would cause, all of these things would cause that kind of, you know, a feeling of being helpless.
I was actually starting to get rid of the red meat as well, because I felt like I had also I had to put a lot of energy and effort into digestive process to digest the meat. So and that would take a lot of essential energy that I need for, you know, for my focus, for the recovery, for the next training session or for the next match. That was the initial point of the journey that got me to the point where I am at the moment, where I'm eating plant-based, you know, where I'm not eating any animal products. So it's a really interesting journey that started when you mentioned in 2010.
What do you
Dr. Igor and the quantum biofeedback technology turned around Novak's career. He just exploded.
Where Wimbledon has a new men's tennis champion. Novak Djokovic overcame Rafael Nadal in 4 sets to take his first title at the All England Club.
Djokovic has been winning all year, and it seems winning breeds a winning confidence. His performance, that of a cutting-edge athlete with an extraordinary ability to cover distances across the court at speed. He had the belief and the strength to soak up whatever the defending champion sent down the lines. Down a set in 3 games, Nadal urgently needed to get on the scoreboard. And finally, fortune smiled, albeit momentarily, because despite some wonderful athleticism from Nadal, Djokovic took the next 2 games for the set. Watching, you had to remind yourself that Nadal is no ordinary player, the winner of 10 Grand Slams and a champion at 2 of the last 3 Wimbledon tournaments. But here he was, being humbled by a magnificent Djokovic, a man who's never been in a Wimbledon final before. He needed to hold serve, which he duly did after some resistance from the Spaniard. But after stunning tennis from the force that is Novak Djokovic, Wimbledon had a new champion. The sweet taste of success, as applause from family, friends, and even the Serbian president rang out around Wimbledon's centre court.
After Wimbledon and an incredible season of incredible performance, then it was time for me, Desiree Dubonnet, for me to go to Monaco. Here I am in Monaco. And for me to work with Novak directly. I started working with him and teaching him how to use the skio. I taught him alternative nostril breathing, how to get into focus by balancing himself with cross-crawl techniques, alternative nostril breathing, how to become his own doctor on the court. And then what happened in Australia.
We saw you breathing a lot through your nose, and you were trying to go in through your nose. Is that a technique you use to slow your heart down, or is it something else? Because I couldn't figure it out.
I mean, as far as I know, the human's supposed to breathe in through the nose and breathe out.
I also taught Novak about the warrior acuspot over here, and how pressing on this spot could activate warrior energies in the brain that could help bring out his best. So I taught him a number of different things, and we used the machine, and I taught him how to use the machine. Now next what you're going to hear is Novak's voice as I teach him how to use the device.
You're loaded up. Make sure that that's clicked. It should always be clicked.
Top class athlete.
That means that the computer will look for peak performance, not sickness. If you are really sick, if you have a fever, flu or something, you want to click that off, because now it looks for diseases.
Okay.
You see, when you click on here, then it looks more for peak performance.
Okay.
The default setting on you will be top class athlete. But if you are sick and you want to do treatment, if you're injured, etc., then you click that off.
All right.
Oh.
Is the computer following the mouse as well, or?
Yes, we're making a picture of everything.
Okay, all right.
And I'm sorry I hit the button.
No worries.
Okay, here we go to close now.
Novak broke his racket on the winning point in Miami Masters, and he sent me the racket as a thank you and signed it to me, Desiree Dubonnet, the angel.
You eat in an average day today?
Well, I start off always when I rise from the bed. I start with warm water and lemon, so I can help my body detoxify. And then I would have celery juice on an empty stomach, and then I would make a break, and then I would have my smoothie, green smoothie with different algae and different fruits and superfoods, great supplements that I use that allow me to have mental clarity, feeling good, longevity, I guess, and different benefits on health. And I eat a lot of fruits for the first part of the day, salads. I don't like to eat any food that would require much energy for digestion, especially in the first part of the day, because that's when I need the most energy for my training. So I'm keeping things quite light. And
here is Novak, #1 in the world. Some feel he is the greatest of all time. How did he get here? How? What is his secret? This machine has an awful lot to do with it. Plus nutrition, plus lifestyle, health eating, and this fantastic quantum biofeedback technology is the magic key.
There to help focus. Now here we are in Australia. Novak is a hero. He denies the vaccination.
Because he honors his body, his mind, and his health.
So here we are, with that incredible technology.
Technology of the future.
This fantastic sport technology that is actually licensed to help make you better, make you faster and stronger, and yet we have nobody with a license. We have very, very few people who are licensed and trained to use it properly. Rita has a license.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that I made it. I feel so much more educated. I feel so much more complete, that I really love what I do, and I do what I love.
Having this immune, internationally accredited license on the wall makes a big, giant difference in your own education, your skills, and also with inside your own motivation.
You can help yourself and others a lot more if you are educated and licensed.
We got to get our industry together. We got to get behind the license. And all of you people recognize the incredible, incredible, incredible opportunities.
Become a professional
in sport to help people if you get a license.
Sign up today. Contact me. Feel free to ask for any support for mentoring, learning, online education, personal or group trainings as well.